Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, the game where you slay demons, guys, and look stylish while you're doing it. So grab your swords, cock your guns, and don't leave your devil triggers at home, and let's get started. Originally coming out back in 2008 for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, the fast-paced in-your-face action game about hunting demons and saving the world has made a return for the next-gen consoles. The game that I'm talking about is Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, where we return playing with the demon arm-wielding Nero and everyone's lovable demon hunter Dante in a quest to save Fortuna from going down under from demons and whatever else may plague the lands. But this time, you're not alone. Featuring in this newer edition is 3 more playable characters, all in their own separate campaigns. Virgil, Lady, and Trish are playable this time around, all having their own unique and individual styles. Virgil with his extremely fast swordplay, which he can switch from his Yamato twin swords or the returning Beowulf from Devil May Cry 3. Lady has her gunplay style with her rocket bayonet and shotgun pistol combo, to Trish with her sight sword, melee, and lightning chain attacks. These 3 make a big return and a big impact. Also making a return in Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition is the survivable DLC, The Bloody Palace. Playable with each character, this DLC sets you in stages and makes you prove how long you can survive with each character you play, all going up in difficulty by how far the stages go through. The higher the number, the harder the stages are. The higher the number, the more enemies come and the more variants show. The Bloody Palace also doesn't let you use any kind of items whatsoever, so be prepared. See, I can go on and on and on forever about what Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition brings to the table, but instead I'm going to show you through the pros. One pro for me is that there is a noticeable difference in how Devil May Cry 4 looks and runs compared to his last gen version. It's locked at a smooth 60 FPS and 1080p to ensure the best gameplay possible, and that the textures in the faces, clothes, guns, movements all look better than his last gen counterpart. You can see it when you play it that they improved on little detailing and things like that, but they didn't make any crazy detailed changes, but it's just enough to where you can appreciate it and enjoy it. A definite pro for me. Another pro is that the combat and gameplay is insane, that every character has a different variation in combat, some seamless switching between weapons. It's fast paced, fun, intense, have you on the edge of your seat doing combos, going for that triple S rank in mid-combat. They do a great job of making every character feel different in their own right. The swordplay feels great between each character and their secondary weapons and the gunplay included. The action is intense and Devil May Cry 4 keeps it going non-stop. A definite pro for me. Another pro is that Devil May Cry 4 boss fights are fun. They're what really takes the cake in Devil May Cry. Each boss has a unique approach to them that makes the fight interesting to do. There's an ice boss, fire boss, forest boss, angel boss, and even a god boss. The uniqueness to each fight and how they're different makes the flavor in Devil May Cry. They all have a different approach to them and none of them are dull, boring, or the like. Edge of your seat action every time in every boss fight. A definite pro for me. My last and final pro is that the soundtrack in Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition never ceases to get the hype going or get the adrenaline racing in a regular fight or boss fight. Every time the hard rock kicks in, it gets you set on putting words to the demons and making sure you're getting a kick out of doing so. Every song that's on here, from rock to classical orchestra, does an amazing job of pulling you in and immersing you off the song alone. Great soundtrack, great music, definitely gets me hyped, and it's a definite pro for me. Now, some of the problems that I had in the Devil May Cry 4 version for the 360, I thought some of those flaws are going to be fixed in the Special Edition, but I was wrong. So I'm here to introduce to you today the cons. One major con that I have for Devil May Cry 4 is that the camera angles are bad, especially in the exploration moments. They jump to weird angles and tilt and flip when you don't want them to. It completely throws you off the game and takes you out of the character because they're set up intentionally that way. It's really bad and confusing all at the same time. The camera moves way too much with you, especially in the platform and the exploration moments. It can take you off how awesome this game is and can really get you upset. It's a definite con for me. Another con that I have with Devil May Cry is that the platforming parts felt unneeded and unnecessary. I don't mind platforming and I understand they don't want to give everyone just straight mindless action and give everyone a chance to use their heads or old school skills, but they don't feel like they fit in this sort of game. Hopping, jumping, and running over obstacles and everything else felt tacked on, like they needed to give us something else to do while fighting demons. While I don't mind it, I also don't like it too well myself. It's a con for me.
My last and final con is that while the story was pretty solid, that we actually never really got to learn about our main protagonist. Like his backstory, how he got his arm, how he got into Fortuna City and everything else. The most we know about him is that he's with the Order and he's going after Dante and has a thing for Kitty. I wish they would have given us just a bit of insight on Nero, something more that we could have learned about him. For such an awesome character that he is, they didn't flesh him out well enough during the story to give him more shine. It's a definite con for me. But all in all, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition just adds the already intense action that was here from the DMC reboot port being on here too. For those itching to play with classic characters, rock out to the oldest soundtrack, do combos you know and love, and have some crazy boss fights, then this is for you. But be wary of the bad camera angles, unneeded platforming moments, and the lack of character in the story. While they don't burden the game, they show. I'll be giving Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition a 3.5 out of 5.
Alright guys, that concludes my Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition review. Stay tuned 2 weeks from now while I'll be reviewing the Prototype Biohazard Bundle. That includes Prototype 1 and Prototype 2, so stay tuned for that. Also coming up this Saturday is the Arcade Cabinet Episode 10. 10 episodes in, everybody. Well, I'll be reviewing Valiant Hearts, the French war puzzle game that pulls up the heartstrings. Also, I'd like to give a big shout out to the homie TheProdigalEnigma for the beat usage today. If you want to check out any of his work, you can check the links in the description box below. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitch and Twitter, I'll put my links in the description box below where you can do both. Also, I'd like to give everybody a special shout out and a special thank you for watching the review today. Like, share, subscribe, share the content with your friends, please. And I'll make sure to get back to you with the next review. So until then, guys, tune in, turn up, and throw down. I'm out.